It's an epic.
It's cheap. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I was sharing data.
In this video, we see the reactions of the audience, particularly on our film. The audience was shown the first draft of the film and then watched the second draft of the film, being able to compare and contrast the two films.
Yeah, I think the soundtrack works well, but sometimes they'll make it louder and I just think sometimes it's not smooth.
Bit of levelling, isn't it? Yeah. Definitely a bit of levelling to have a look at. I can help you lads out with that, no problem. But yeah, I think so.
Our first criticism was about the audio of the film, particularly audio leveling. Volume of certain clips, specifically transitions between clips, were very erratic and either decreased in volume at the wrong time or were badly placed. So we worked with our teacher as to more easily change the volume of certain areas to better facilitate the transitions between the narrator and the music, helping to better blend the two and make the film easier to watch.
The one, and it's nice now, it's got a nice story, I think. The only bit that where I feel that the story gets a little bit kind of lost is towards the end.
Yeah, true.
Almost like in a time where you're up against a deadline, let's just chuck some footage in, you know, of the bits we like and whatever. Like I like the little flashback-y bit where you get the drugs.
I don't get why he gets the drugs though. Then he said.
No, well that's the bit that I kind of don't either. I don't know what role the drugs play in the thing. In that, like I like you. I love that shot at the end where it's all kind of floaty and whatever, wavy up on the thing, and then we see Rich, and we see Rich standing there, and then we see Rich from the side, and we're going, oh, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? And that should be the bit where it ends. I don't think you need quite such a dramatic flashback, really. Like, by all means, have like fade to black and into the next shot, and then we go back to that. Like that will give me the indication that there is a change of time. But like that kind of flashback, where you make quite a big thing of the flashback, because we've got all the shots before with the kind of sepia, whiskey bottle, him shouting, etc., which also makes me believe that that is in his childhood or certainly earlier in his life, not that day.
Yeah.
Whereas the drugs are that day, aren't they? Presumably, if he then is up on the thing, getting rid of them.
Yeah.
Another criticism we had was the story, especially near the end. We found that certain aspects of the film weren't well explained. For instance, the plot point about our main character taking drugs and its relevance in the film. Another point made later on was that the ending itself was hindered by our poor choice of shots. As well as this, our flashbacks made it difficult to discern the difference of time between the flashback and the main plot itself. The flashback's lighting, color theme, and camera work dramatized it, making it seem that its time is far more different than the time of the actual film. This problem is further shown as people were confused as to whether or not the argument happened on the same day or a long time ago. We again worked with our teachers as to change the coloring of the film as to help make the time shift more clear as well as less dramatic.
I don't know, I think maybe like whiskey should like have, no, I just don't think it has much relevance. Like I think it's relevant, but they don't focus on whiskey like.
Yeah, close up of Jack Daniels and stuff. I don't read it as. I don't think you necessarily have to read that title as whiskey child. He's a child and drinks whiskey. It doesn't have to be that literal. You have war children who are children who grow up in war. So why can't it be a whiskey child? A child who's grown up with his dad under the influence, because it's really about your dad who's like, really, isn't it?
Alcoholism, yeah.
So you've grown up with the influence of whiskey in your younger life, and it could be alcohol, but you can't call it alcohol child, can you? It sounds even worse. So I don't think
Liquid child.
Testicles. This is recording. I don't think on second reflection, having watched the film, I don't think there's as much of a disjunct between the two as we maybe think. I think you could argue it many different ways, and when you do your evaluation questions, you can argue it. You get your chance to speak up for what you're planning on doing. Any other things that we'd like to see clear? How about narrative-wise? Anything we think could change? Yes, Mr. Butcher.
Just on the name thing, it doesn't bother me, Whiskey Child. I think it's all right. I don't feel either way, really.
Same as we always have done. What things do we think are going well in this film? What things do we like?
Don't rush upwards.
have many things I like about this film. I thought it was very good, excellent, in fact. I liked, the dialogue was good. I don't know if it's because I know what Richard sounds like, so I'm just used to his voice, but it sounded normal, sounded natural, very good storyline, and I liked the kind of shots that they chose. For example, the one where he's sitting down and just his hair like blowing kind of, and people moving around. I feel like it's a better angle than from the front. I also liked like the way the camera moved in that up bit where he was like looking over.
I think it's some interesting.
And I liked that they shot it from the side, even though the camera could have fallen. I was thinking about that.
People also told us what we did well. The biggest change that I got was that the dialogue of the film was very natural, which is important for social realist film. Certain shots were done well, such as the Dutch angle shot of the main character arguing with his father, or the shot of people walking by while the main character was sitting down, truly showing how alone he is. There was also mixed results when it came to the naming of our film, Whiskey Child. One teacher thought that it connected well to the film, highlighting the main theme of the film. However, a criticism was made that the naming simply didn't seem relevant to the plot of the film, and one of the other teachers was ambivalent to the naming itself. We feel that the name was suitable to the film as it doesn't tell too much, however it highlights the main theme of the film as well as draw the audience in with its enigma.